Hello everyone. Welcome to our module 3. So this is a big week. We have our first major writing project due at the end of this week or on the 26th. So that's coming up. And I also have some important content here that will help you bring this together and clearly understand the goal of this project. And so there's not a whole lot here, but what's here is very important. And so I've got a couple videos, but one original video right here that is talking about the whole situation of this project, because it's going to be impossible to fully and accurately write an autoethnographic essay if there's still questions about what that is or what our topic should be. And so I have a video here where I walk through the process. I walk through the situation, what role we're playing as the writer, and the thesis. Okay, so that's a really important video. I talk about the type of thesis statements that are going to be used in this essay. I also have right here a handout and another really good video on thesis statements. I also invite you to go back to the student examples in our module 2 and look at their thesis statements. Look at how they organize and write their essays and see what organizational methods or moves you can incorporate into your own essay writing. Also right here is a little reminder. I'm not sure if you're familiar with BrainFuse. Here's the link right up here for BrainFuse. BrainFuse is an off-site tutoring service that Maricopa pays for, where students can access, and you can do it online. You can do it, chat with them also if you want to, but you can do it all online and send them your paper. And if it's not over the weekend, within 24 hours, they will give you feedback on your paper. That's just a fantastic resource. It's always good to get more eyes on your paper and to get more feedback. And here, I'll just open this really quickly. There's a video here where I walk through it, and you have an opportunity to fill out a little questionnaire that asks about the assignment, because they need to know what you've been asked to write in order to give you proper feedback if you're, fulfilling that assignment correctly. And so I walk through everything right here and how to do that. And I encourage you to do that if you have time. And then we get into our peer review, which is going to be on the 24th. And so this is calls for a rough draft, a full rough draft. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It can be rough, but it's important to get eyes on your paper and get some feedback. And if you look here, this is going to be worth 20 points, and most of those points are for giving the feedback, not for simply receiving feedback. So keep that in mind, and keep in mind the date and the time that these rough drafts are due. So I have instructions here, and I know there are several ways that instructors can do peer reviews on Canvas. I'm asking you to please, please, please follow these instructions. Don't do it some other way or some other, class that you did for some other class, or follow some other prompt. Do it as I'm asking you to do it, so I will know where your feedback is, so I can give you credit for it. But even more importantly, so that your classmate who you give the feedback for, so they know where to locate the feedback. Because that's the whole goal here, is to offer one another feedback so that then you can go in and read your peers' feedback and the suggestions and ideas and make any adjustments that you deem necessary on your draft before you submit your final draft. All right? So this is a discussion board. And so I'm asking you to post your rough draft to the discussion board. Just come down here, click on reply by 5 o'clock on Wednesday. All right, because at 5:05, Canvas is going to automatically assign you one classmate's paper to offer feedback on. So since there's only one classmate being assigned for every student, that means if you don't offer feedback to that person, they're going to go without. So keep that in mind, okay? If you submit your draft here, that means you're kind of signing a contract saying, okay, yes, I am participating in this rough draft. I am going to offer feedback, so you don't leave anyone hanging and without feedback. And once you do that, once you get the assignment, their name will either be like up here in the corner or up at the top. You might need to refresh the page if it's been open for a little while. Once you get their name, go down into the discussion board, find their draft, download it, open it, read it, and fill out this peer review sheet. And this peer review sheet, I'll open it up here, is includes some questions. So you're not editing one another's paper. You're not correcting. You're going to fill in at least 3 sentences at the very least. For each prompt, and some of these questions have several prompts in them, be very generous and very specific. We're helping one another produce the best papers we can. So again, we're not correcting, we're not editing, we're not being rude, we're not being critical, we're helping one another. And so there's some questions here to guide you in that feedback. Fill that out, save it, and once you have it saved, go back by Thursday night. Okay, that doesn't give you a whole lot of time. That's just over 24 hours. But by Thursday night, you're going to go down and find their original post of your classmate, click on a reply to that post, and attach your feedback, your completed feedback worksheet. All right? So again, these directions are all laid out right here. Follow them and participate in the peer review as I am asking you to. If you're using a Google Doc, just make sure that it's shared with anyone with a link. And if you have any questions, there's a little video here that will guide you on how to do that, so we can make sure that we can access our papers. And then on Friday, by Friday night, you're going to submit your full draft, okay? Your final project. I encourage you ahead of time to look over the rubric. This is exactly what I'm going to be using to grade you, to grade the papers, not grade you, to give you feedback on the papers. Do a little self-assessment or a little checklist first to make sure that you've done this, done these moves. Now, most of this paper, because it's going to be a longer paper, however, most of it is going to be in the storytelling, because that's the main type of evidence, okay? So at least one of those stories needs to be a scene, needs to be something full of, concrete detail and descriptive detail and characters and action, and written in a way that your reader can envision it as they read. The others can be, simply summarized and a little bit shorter, but storytelling takes time. So that's where most of the bulk of this paper is going to be. But look over this rubric and then submit your paper. I will give you the grades within a week. I've got, 40 students, so it's going to take me a minute. But remember my revise and resubmit policy. If you get a B or lower and you look over my feedback, I give you a whole lot of feedback, and you want to revise and resubmit, let me know within 48 hours, and then you'll have a week to do so. All right? So let me know if you have any questions, but have a great week.